about the hazard in operation. But before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Cheryl from FTK to BNA. Okay, first, what is occupational safety and health? Occupational safety and health, short form is OSH. That means that this one is to measure the safety and health in the working place of the construction site. Alright, next. So, in this project, we are going to study about the hazard in operation around our campus, utilization campus area. And in this project, we are using the HIREX. So, what is HIREX? HIREX risk assessment, that means the risk assessment should consist of hazard identification, that evaluation of preventive safety measures, and it have to be functionality, and this estimation of exposure to the hazards, and also the evaluation of consequences and tolerability of the risk. Okay, next. So, what is HIREX? HIREX is the short form of the hazard identification, and also the risk assessment, and also the risk control. Okay, first, what is hazard identification? Hazard identification is used to identify hazard source of situation in the location of our project. Location of our project is around the College Kediaman Plaza Pago UTHM. And then risk assessment. Risk assessment is used to estimate the level of risk in the location and also to determine the tolerability. Okay. Risk control. Risk control is used to reduce or eliminate the risk in the location. Okay, now I will pass my time to my group member.
Hi, my name is Lim Sejing. Now I will continue the purpose of HIREX. So purpose of HIREX is to reduce accident at the workplace, to identify, evaluate and control its OSH risks in the workplace. Also helps to cover for all existing and new processes. Next. Okay, this is objective for the operation of the hazard. First is to prepare an investigation report based on the incident's investigation. Next is to find out the causes of an incident and to make a hypothesis on how the incident happened. To think about what should be learned in order to solve the problems, and lastly is to think of the solution to solve the problems.
Hey, good morning, sir. Now we'll be talking about the HIREX form. First of all, we'd like to introduce ourselves. My name is Tasha.
My name is Meishan.
And we will be explaining the hazards identified under this HIREX form. Now, the location that we chose was Pago Satu Residential College, and the reason as to why we chose this location is because along the semesters we managed to identify quite a lot of hazards along the way. So this was a good opportunity for us to actually identify and list them down in the form of a HIREX form. So there are 10 in total that we managed to identify. Mei Chen will be talking about the first 5, and I will talk about the last 5 later on. Thank you.
So this is the HIREX form that conducted in location of Pago Satu Residential College, and it is conducted by 6 members of us, and the date is 12 December 2019, and the next review date is 31st December of 2019. Okay, now I will explain the first 5 hazards, and the first one is wet floor along walkway. It is very dangerous because it can cause the slippery floor, and it can lead to the slips and the falls of the resident. And the likelihood is 4 and the severity is 2, and the total risk is 8, which is a medium risk. And what is the way that can control the hazard? It is we can install more drainage to ensure the drier floors. And the second one is narrow walkway alongside low railings. It can cause the insufficient space for students to walk, and it can cause them to slip and falls. The likelihood of the second hazard is 3 and the severity is 4, and the total risk is 12, which is a medium risk. And the method to control the hazard is disallow the student from hanging cloth along walkway and extend the railing upward. And the third one is uncrossed and dirty fuse box room. It can cause the exposure to weather conditions such as rain, and it can cause electrical fuse and causing the fires in the residential area. And likelihood of the hazard is 3 and the severity is 4, and the total risk is 12, which is a medium risk. And the way to control the hazard is clean up fuse box room and place a hardy lock on the door. And the fourth one is presence of mold on floor. It can cause the poor health of the resident, which can lead them to coughing, wheezing, and throat irritation. So the likelihood of the fourth hazard is 3 and the severity is 2, and the total risk is 6, which is a medium risk. So the method that can control the hazard is scrape and clean off the mold grown on the floor. And the fifth one is leakage from washing machines. It can cause the slippery floor, and the residential most probably will slip and falls. So the likelihood of the fifth hazard is 4 and the severity is 2. So the total risk is 8, which is a medium risk. So the method that can control the hazard is fix washing machines and schedule regular maintenance dates.
Okay, now I'll be explaining the last 5 hazards. So this hazard here identified is known as overgrown grass. Overgrown grass can actually cause uneven ground or surface, which can lead to the presence of animals such as snakes, and it can also cause the residents to slip and fall because you cannot identify where is the surface. Now, this hazard has a likelihood of 4 and a severity of 3, which brings us to a risk of 12, which is considered as medium. Now, we recommend cutting the grass once every 2 to 3 weeks. Next. Okay, the following hazard is known as this fire hydrant that we identified. That was the only fire hydrant in the whole stretch of parking lot. Now, why we say that this is a hazard is because due to the lack of fire hydrants, it will be less effective to put out any fires if there is a fire near the residential colleges, which can maybe lead to serious injury or death. Now, this likelihood is 3 and the severity is 2, which brings us to a risk of 6, which is considered medium. We recommend installing more fire hydrants along the whole of the parking lot. Furthermore, we identified frameless windows in the residential college. Frameless windows are very, very dangerous because it is very easy for students to fall out from the windows. Because our residential colleges, we have 5 floors, so up to the 5th floor there is no windows which have frames. So this is very frightening. It can cause death. So the likelihood is 4 and the severity is also 4, which brings us to a risk of 16, which is very high. We definitely recommend installing window frames or railings in every room where there is windows. The second last hazard is cracks along the pavement of the walkway. Now, this hazard is very dangerous also because the pavement will have a possibility to cave in. And when the pavement caves in, it will cause injury and maybe a very severe fall, which can be detrimental. Now, this likelihood is 3 and the severity is 2, which brings us to a risk of 6, which is considered medium. We recommend replacing the pavement covers as soon as possible. And the last hazard is lack of plug points in dormitory rooms. Now, a lack of plug points can lead to overloading of appliances on the extension cords. And when there is an overloading of appliances, a possible fire or fusage of the electrical plugs can occur. This likelihood is 4 and the severity is 3, which brings us to a risk of 12, which is considered medium. We recommend to install more power outlets. Thank you.
Now I'm to talk about the conclusion part. Okay, first, Safety at work is important for every employees, public, and also the company. Next, safety precaution and plan of action must be carried out to protect the safety and welfare of all the parties. For the last one, incident and accident must be reduced and can be reduced easily if the cooperation is given by every public. That's all for our group presentation. Thank you.